There, and keep your leg under you. Make sure your leg doesn't get jammed in front of you. Keep your leg under. That's it. Leg yield the circle wider. Shorten your reins. And then your legs are back long again. Good. Wiggle both elbows back. Keep the bend. So when she's distracted, she never gets to go straight in her neck. She always has bend. Good. So even when you're using that heel, keep a little weight in your foot. So don't let your toe get light in the stirrup when you use your leg on her. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. There you go, like that. Good. And then counter bender and leg yield smaller. Wiggle both elbows back. So her neck is not allowed to get longer. Now normal bend and leg yield it wider. Good. Wiggle those elbows. Good. Keep the trot coming. Counter bend, leg yield it smaller. And normal bend, leg yield it wider. That's it. Then stretch your legs back long. And then counter bend, half circle, counter bend, come to me. Now track right with normal bend. That's it. Now back to counter bend. We're going to use our counter bend and put in a change of direction. Keep coming to me, leg yield to me. That's it. And now do a right hand circle with normal bend. Good. Leg yield it out. So the two patterns work well, together. Good. Stretching the leg long. And then counter bend, leg yield it in. Both elbows come back. And now look left and go left. That's it. Hips take the trot bigger. Good. Yeah, she responded to that. And stretch your legs back down. Make the circle wider. Counter bend, start the leg yield in. Wiggle both elbows back, legs under, and now circle right. Leg yield it wider. Good. That's it. Keep going wider. Good. Counter bend, start the leg, nice. Start the leg yield in. Both elbows stay connected under your seat. Keep coming around. There, then she got softer. Good, and now head left. Leg yield it wider. Good. So see how that's focusing on your seat and your legs by doing that pattern.
Okay.
And it's keeping her busy. Good. Now counter flex, leg yield it smaller. Wiggle those elbows back to your seat bones. And now look right and go right. Leg yield it wider. That's it. Good. Now leg yield it counter bend, leg yield it smaller. Keep that right elbow back and make sure your left hand does not cross the withers. And now go left. Leg yield it wider. So you can see how this exercise is keeping her attention. And she's gotten good in the bridle now, hadn't she?
Right.
Good. Little counter bend, leg yield it smaller. And then circle right, leg yield it wider. Shoulders stay back. Good. Keep pushing it sideways. Good. Counter bend, leg yield it smaller. And make sure your left hand does not come to the withers. That's it. Keep it lined up with your hip. And now circle left and leg yield it wider. That's it. Stretching those legs back long. And then just stay on a circle around me. A little counter bend for maybe just 4 or 5 steps. And back to normal bend. There. And the circle size is going to stay the same. So we're just going to counter bend without the leg yield and then normal bend. So we're doing that to make her a little softer. Good. Little counter bend a few steps, then normal bend. counter bend, and head, that's it, and normal bend. So that's kind of, we're just starting to finesse it down what we were doing. Good, little counter bend. That's it. And then counter bend and go to the right. Leg yielded wider. This is nice. Good, now stay on your big circle. Counter bend for 2 or 3 steps without the leg yield. Circle stays the same. The normal bend. And then counter bend 2 or 3 steps, normal bend. So now the hard part is keeping the circle the same, not doing the leg yield. So you have to really, with your seat, not let her push you around. That's it. So as she gets softer, she looks really soft now, you can get lighter on your aids. So now it's almost just to slide the bit over her tongue. Circle's getting a little too small, leg yielded out. That's it, leg yielded back to the bigger circle. Right calf to left elbow, because she looks really soft right now. Left elbow, take the circle wider. A little wider yet on your circle. Yep, so that you're getting closer to a 20-meter size. That's it. There. Now maintaining this circle, the counter bend, and your calves are guardrails so she doesn't get to come smaller. We don't want the leg yield. And now normal bend. Okay. There you go. And so go ahead and push her sideways because the circle got a little small again. So now it's just, we're doing the bend, counter bend for softness there without the leg yield. But she's thinking leg yield, and if she's not soft in the bridle, she will swing her butt. So that's kind of a test that we're doing now, the counter bend and the normal bend, and making sure her back legs do stay straight and they don't go side to side. Okay? Good. Now get a left bend and go left. So it's taking the suppleness one more step. We started with the bending and leg yielding, and now the circle stays the same. Shoulders stay tall, find your back pockets. A little counter bend without the leg yield, circle stays the same. And then normal bend. Okay, so your circle stayed good, but her energy maybe slowed down a little, didn't it? Yep. So a little normal bend, build your energy. A little counter bend, keep the energy. Normal bend, keep the energy. Counter bend, keep the energy. So this is to get her to yield there like that, to give to the bridle. Don't let the reins get too long. Good. And now let's counter bend and leg yield to me. And then track to your right. Leg yielded out. There. So this is better energy now. Stay tall. Keep those shoulders over your hips. Good. Just one large circle. Shoulders stay back. And leg yield the circle a little wider. That's it. So she's almost tracking up. I was making sure the camera looks at her feet a little bit there. Good. And then for 2 steps, counter bend, back to normal bend. There. And she stayed straight. Good. 1 step, counter bend, back to normal bend. You're just seeing how soft that neck is. Good. Let's change direction again. Go ahead to your left, shoulders back. Keep your circle wide enough. Check your posting. Good. And try to get more trot with your hips. So Roxanne's trying to drag your elbows forward right now, isn't she? She's leaning a little. So that's where you can counter bend, normal bend. See how she was bracing on that right side, wasn't she? Counter bend, normal bend. And then go half a counter bend, normal bend. There. Your shoulders look good. Your legs are good. Hips take the trot bigger. Half an eyelash counter bend. Normal bend. Good. So you start finessing that down. And then bend her right and go right. Leg yield it wider. Good trot. Check your posting. This is good. Wrist in front of the saddle pad. This is better. Nice. This is good energy for Roxanne. Half an eyelash counter bend, normal bend. Very soft there. Good. Your shoulders look good. Your legs look good. Let's do another change of direction. Start a left bend. Go left. Leg yield it wider. Shoulders back. And change your posting. Yep, you got off again. Yep. Change it again. There. So as you're on this left circle, which rein is she heavier on, left or right? So do a little counter bend, normal bend. Yep. And then you just do that again and make it smaller. Do a 1/4 inch counter bend. That was really good, yeah. So as you're riding, you go feel what side is heavy and either wiggle the bit, slide the bit, or do a half a counter bend, and that kind of loosens the neck up. So you learn, good, so there you go. So you learn to get the finesse in there. Good, and this trot is good. So let's see if we can get a little bit bigger trot, and of course she's gonna wanna lean when you do that. Your hips take the trot bigger. Little counter bend, normal bend. There, so it's just very, very nice. Yeah, now we're getting the better trot. So this is the trot you want in your test. So you always have to feel what's happening in my hands. Is she leaning? Little bend, and you make it as invisible as possible, but as big as necessary. Shoulders back a little bit more there. Keep those shoulders back. Let's do another change of direction. Bend her right, go right, leg yield it out, shoulders back. Good, check your posting. This is nice trot. There. This half a counter bend, half a normal bend. There, how soft in the bridle that is. Good for you. Good job.